Hello, Michael. Here, I hear this is me up on the roof of the house. The access point through the main sewer stack, there was no way I was going to get that cap off. It probably hadn't been taken off in 40 years, if at all. So my only option was to come down through the roof vent. Couple of challenges when you do that. One, typically if the camera lens gets dirty, I'll turn on some water. That's some buildup in that stack pipe right there. You may at some point want to get that cleaned out. You can see how it flakes off. It wouldn't be too challenging to do that, but it's definitely, you're losing some diameter on the inside of the pipe. It's just junk that's built up on the side of the pipe. So back to what I'm saying is, so the camera lens does get mucked up. You can see right here, this is not the best picture possible. So typically if I'm on the inside, what I'll do is I'll turn on a fair amount of water, to clear it off. The water that's sitting in the pipe right now obviously is dirty water, and it's not doing too much good. The other challenge is when I'm up on the roof on a bright sunny day, the glare on the screen of my camera unit, it really keeps me from seeing what's going on, other than just kind of a basic idea. So I knew that I was moving forward. I knew that I was in your sewer pipe. I just couldn't get too much more information. The final challenge is when you're up on a roof going down through a vent pipe, you add an additional probably 25 or 26 feet to the overall length of pipe travel. And it's good to see what's going on in that vent pipe. But I would much rather get out further in the line. Knowing that, I went out the full length of my cable on the machine that I had with me today, which is 125 feet. Not able to get any further than that. Everything that I see is good. My recommendation is going to be twofold. One, make that sewer pipe more accessible. Right now it's tucked into the basement bathroom. You can see where the cap is, but it's oriented where the cap is facing kind of a plywood or a paneling wall on the back of that bathroom. So you can't really get at it, and again the cap itself is frozen in place, immobile, so there's no way you can get that off. So what I would do is either, probably the best thing to do would be to make the opposite side of that wall accessible through an access panel, and then cut out the current brass cover that's on there and replace it with something that's easily removed. Just for convenience sake, the ability to get at the line, I think would be very beneficial. Okay. Beyond that, everything in the pipe looked good. I'm stopped right now because I did climb down off of the roof to turn on some water. There's a fair number of twists and turns in the pipe. That's not a defect, it's just a characteristic of the way the pipe was laid out. But pushing down from the roof and then going through all those twists and turns, it was really challenging to move the camera head forward. So turning on some water would help me get the last, 14, 15 feet that I could push out on my reel. So that's the pause in the action at this point. The big takeaway from this little exercise here is that the pipe's in decent shape. It is corroded, it is scaled, right? So my recommendation is going to be have the pipe descaled, right? Have it cleaned, knock away some of that stuff in there. It's good for the overall health of the pipe. The second takeaway is that the functional drainage in the pipe is good, right? The water's flowing freely. I would imagine, knowing the proximity of the house to the street, the position of where that main sewer stack is, and the length that I had to drop down from the roof, I would imagine if you went out another 10, 15 feet, you'd probably hit the city line. maybe another 5 feet, maybe 20 feet, you would probably hit the municipal connection. Everything looks good up until this point. I'm gonna try to squeeze out another 5 feet here, but again, super challenging to move the camera anywhere forward. Hang in there. Yeah, I would say even if I did have more cable, just knowing the challenge of being able to push a little bit here, I don't think I would have been able to get any further than I've gotten this far. All right, there we are. That's the end of the run. I'm going to keep the camera rolling as I pull back. You're more than welcome to watch the return journey if you'd like. Reach out to me with any questions. I'm always happy to be a resource if I can help.